Hello and welcome to my channel, Searching the Supernatural. My name is JJ Messenger, otherwise known as JJ Squatchman Messenger. I'm the director and founder of the Winsted Wildman Research Organization, which is based in the state of Connecticut in the United States, where a cryptid known as the Winsted Wildman once roamed, and I believe still does. I have experience as a paranormal investigator, and I have many stories to share and much evidence to share. For my interests as a Christian apologist and a researcher in supernatural phenomena, including haunts and demonic infestation, oppression, and possession. And I'll summarize what I have thus far. And I urge you, please, if you are interested, if you find this interesting, please subscribe. My first episode concerns the actual Mount Sinai from history, may be located in Saudi Arabia, and is in fact the Saudi Arabian mountain Jebel el-Lawz. Jebel el-Lawz has several features identifying this as the actual Mount Sinai, as described in the book of Exodus and elsewhere, including altar sites, pictograms, burial sites, a possible foundry for metallurgy, depictions of the Egyptian god Apis or Apis, and a mysteriously darkened peak, a scorched peak, and naturalistic reasons for this are discussed in this video. The most compelling arguments being that the local Bedouin Arabs of the area call this Jebel Musa, or the Mountain of Moses. The second video featured in the series thus far are EVPs, spirit EVPs, recorded in an apartment in New Haven, Connecticut. An apartment that was apparently infested by demonic entities. And these EVPs are profane, vulgar, and demonic in nature. The third video feature in this series: why do Christian apologists keep pursuing Greek-style intellectual arguments? I believe that these arguments are compelling and intriguing for us who are already in the fold, who are Christians and who are believers. For example, the cosmological argument. If you're going to bring this to an unbeliever, they have their own alternatives. So the argument is that for the Big Bang to occur, something outside of space, time, and energy in the material universe is responsible for creation, for the Big Bang of the physical universe. Now the trouble with this is, yes, as religious people, whether you're Christian, Jew, Muslim, or what have you, you can nod your head and say, yes, praise God. God himself had accomplished this creation. But if you're an atheist or an unbeliever, you can run to the theories of parallel universes, and that somehow a parallel universe intruded upon our universe and created the Big Bang. So there are outs for unbelievers, disbelievers, and skeptics. And that's just an example of one Greek-style argument that fails to move the unbeliever. I believe that only encountering the supernatural will move anyone. And even then, it's a rare event, because people are predisposed to believe in what they want to believe emotionally. Number 4 of Searching the Supernatural: what most people see while dying. This is a discussion of deathbed visioning, where when people are in their last days or hours in the dying process, who are literally on their deathbeds, will see and encounter loved ones. Please watch this video. I include some personal accounts of close loved ones who have died and odd supernatural things that had occurred as they were dying. The fifth video in Searching the Supernatural thus far concerns orbs, energy orbs. What are they? What on earth are these round light anomalies that people encounter, film, and photograph? Are they some type of energy that we have yet to understand? There are examples of filmed orbs from my paranormal investigation. The sixth video in Searching the Supernatural discusses two very famous cases of demonic possession. One of a German girl named Anneliese Michel. Very tragic case, for she ended up dying, and the priests and the parents in the case were charged with negligence for her death. This real-life situation became immortalized in Hollywood in the movie The Exorcism of Emily Rose. And also discussed in a very brief manner are the Enfield Voices, the Enfield Poltergeist case from England, which was also immortalized by a BBC series called The Enfield Poltergeist, and by the second Conjuring film concerning Ed and Lorraine Warren. Now, the voices that manifested for these two teenage girls in the Enfield home were beyond belief.
Let me hear you say my name. Come on, let me hear you say my name. That's not my name. Come on, my name's Forrest. Let me hear you say it. Morris.
I'm Deputy Dewey now. I come from Jewel Graveyard. And I have cried in church where Rita.
The seventh episode is Searching the Supernatural, the phenomena of black-eyed children, mysterious, strange children who may approach your car or home and ask for entry. What sets them apart from a normal child? Their mysterious, almost completely black eyes. Experiencers of this phenomena report an unnatural fear that fills them upon encountering these children. The eighth video featured in the series thus far, the Star of Bethlehem. And guess what? It was a real astronomical event, where two planets that make the brightest two stars seen by the naked eye, technically they're not stars, they're planets, but they're seen as stars from our vantage point. The two brightest stars came together to form a super bright star, that being the planet Venus and the planet Jupiter. Their conjunction in the year 2 BC was an extremely rare and spectacular display. And exactly 33 years later, on the Passover in which Jesus died, there were also aerial phenomena to record. The ninth episode of Searching the Supernatural, I share some of my favorite EVP captures from my years as a paranormal investigator. Some of these are grade A electronic voice phenomena.
Demonic. Negative. Bad. Demonic. Negative. Bad.
The 10th video from Searching the Supernatural discusses when the supernatural searches for you, a very dangerous phenomena, and it discusses the book Dialogue with the Demon, where a woman engaged in automatic writing thought she had a supportive and nurturing spirit guide, but it soon became a tormentor and an oppressor. The 11th video, the Patterson-Gimlin footage of Patty, the Sasquatch or Bigfoot footage that everyone is familiar with. Was this a costume, or was it an actual Bigfoot or Sasquatch? And I compared this with Hollywood special effects at the time, those being the Planet of the Apes movies from the late 1960s and early 1970s. The 12th video in the series thus far concerns Ed and Lorraine Warren. There are many charges on the internet and with people on very popular and famous YouTube channels, such as that guy with the talking goldfish, And the charges are that the Warrens were frauds and hoaxers and snake oil salesmen who were pretty much lying. And I present evidence and reasons for why these attempts to debunk the Warrens fall flat. The 13th video of this series thus far, the crucifixion of Jesus. And the last video features a paranormal hotspot, which I have investigated many, many times, what's called the shoebox murder case by the TV show Kindred Spirits. So this is all just mind-blowing stuff. You know, I hate clickbaity titles and thumbnails, but I realize I gotta play the game on YouTube to get the views, the subscribers, and the support. I don't want to sit in obscurity because I consider this all incredible, incredible.